Thanks for coming out and watching the oxymoronic Reddit Professional Show, where I showcase the best and worst of the internet. Here I comment on brilliant and hilarious comment chains regarding dumb shit on the internet for you to enjoy. Make sure to subscribe, hit the little bell button so that you get notifications every time we come up with a new video. Enjoy this week's show.
Over 7 years I paid the entire value of my car just in insurance payments and never needed to use them. Insurance companies should return at least part of the money to people who never use them instead of making fancy commercials. They used your money to pay other people's claims. The same way they would use their money to pay your claims if they needed to. Who are you so wise in the ways of science? You have to know these things when you're the Gecko. They turned you into a gecko. I got better. Hey, I'm a llama again. Oh, I turned into a cow. Can I go home? You're excused. They also use the money to pay bigger legal teams to dispute claims. Worked as a plaintiff's attorney for personal injury for a few years. They'd be happier paying an attorney to drag along a case for a couple of years and then pay out the least amount of money possible rather than offering a reasonable amount and allowing everyone to get on with their lives. They do this to discourage claims, which results in a net savings to the company. Since you need an expensive lawyer to make sense of the laws, we don't have choice. All the weird laws, loopholes, etc., you can't just pick up a book and defend yourself or sue someone. But I can't think of a better way to do it though, not that this system is good. Public defense model. People can still hire their own, but the government should sunset lawyer careers for 5 to 10 years with comparable pay to an end-of-career lawyer. Tax the insurance companies like a motherfucker to fund experienced lawyers to work pro bono for their clients. Apply for their services and a panel of these lawyers will first review the merits of the case and determine if the lawyer pool will accept the case. This pool of experienced and presumably competent lawyers would give better advice and know when a case makes sense or not. They'd just plainly be better at the job and the compensation is guaranteed so that muddying is out. Win a case, receive a bonus. Lose a case, no big deal. The panel decided to take it, just didn't work out. Insurance companies would now be tussling with the full weight of their own egregious profit-taking. It also covers more than your car. It covers the other person's car. It covered injuries to yourself. It covers injuries to your passengers. It covers injuries to the other person. As my driver's ed teacher said, if you hit a person, make sure to throw it in reverse and make sure they are dead, because insurance has payout limits on death and not on injury. It's just like the saying, if someone breaks into your home and you need to shoot them, make sure you kill them because the family suing you for their death is cheaper than them suing you for their injuries. Oh, me in the spring. 4 cars, 2 semis, I thought I was clear. I saw traffic stopping abruptly. I got over to the right lane. I saw the truck get slammed, which caused him to get pushed to the middle lane and hit a Honda. I barely missed it. Except I didn't. That Honda got pushed into the right lane as I was going by and hit my back left bumper. It was unavoidable. I did everything right, and wasn't at fault, but things happen in a snap like accidents do. I couldn't slam on my brakes, people were slowing down, but what do you do? All 3 lanes. It was a mess. But all parties had insurance and my costs were covered. Thankfully, because my baby is only 3 years old. Then this bitch turns around in July and her transmission dies. I've never been more pissed at a manufacturer in my life. 3-year-old car transmissions don't die. And since I bought used and it was 3 years, the warranty is up. Freaking pissed. Either your car had an exceptionally low value or your driving record is horrible and your premium was insane. I pay $51 a month for full coverage with $1,000 deductibles on a 2-year-old car. I sold another car not long ago that was liability only and my premium only went down $12. Your credit score counts towards your insurance cost. Not to that degree. I have average credit. Demographic also counts a lot. A 19-year-old male would have to pay at least 2x what my 45-year-old mom would have to for the same car, which is insane. That's risk level, not demographic. 19-year-olds are more likely to take bigger risks than a 45-year-old. Well, the girls my age also have to pay less than I would. Isn't that demographics, or is there another word for it? English isn't my only language. That's also demographic. They work off statistics. Males are more likely than females to get in accidents or get traffic violations. This is actually skewed since girls are more likely to be let off of the hook for petty accidents or violations. Younger people have less years driving experience and are also more risky than older people. This is statistically true but also dumb, since I know plenty of older people who are terrible drivers. Married people are more likely to be responsible and safe, and so they also get slightly lower premiums. It's all statistical averages. Whether or not it makes sense, it is. If it makes you feel better, most people's rates increase again when they hit 55 to 65 depending on the state/company or have been licensed for 39 to 49 years, California. Yeah, a lot of people really should get retested and certified etc. when they get old. The fact that you basically take a driver test at 16 then you are good to go forever is kind of insane. If you're complaining about not using your insurance, then I'll take my little shit box at 70 miles per hour into your passenger side to make you feel better. Imagine being at your friend's house, a whole group of you chilling, and one of them says exactly what Op says while you're mid-drink. Excuse me, what was that? What did you say, Op? Oh, I just said that insurance companies should give us our money back if we don't use it. Oh, alright, yeah. Hey everybody. Give me a few minutes, I may be back real quick. Go out, start your car and just crash right into Op's car. Come back upstairs and tell Op, hey yeah, you know that conversation we were just having. Might wanna call your insurance bud. Ick, I just picture it being done by Charlie Day and seems so much funnier when it goes down like that. Charlie would just blame the zombies. As someone who works in finance, I find it really helpful to think about all types of insurance as a mechanism to transfer risk. Risk of causing a car accident and getting sued for injuries and damages you've caused. Transfer that risk to your car insurer in exchange for premiums. Risk of dying early and leaving your spouse alone to take care of kids, pay the mortgage, send the kids to college, pay for your medical bills and funeral. Transfer that risk to a life insurance company. Risk of your home being damaged or destroyed in a fire/flood/earthquake. Transfer the risk to your homeowner's insurance company. Risk of losing your job due to becoming disabled. Disability insurance will make sure you don't lose all of your salary if you pay them to take on that risk. You aren't paying for the insurance benefits. Usually when you pay for insurance, you hope to never use it. What you're really paying for is for the insurer to take on whatever risk you're insuring against. Yeah, and they should have given me the actual value of my car when it got hit, rather than about half of what it would cost to even replace it with something of equal or similar functionality. Never go with Progressive, they do not have your back. My cousin works in insurance and is a Texas state license claims adjuster for one of the big national companies. She's literally seen someone with a policy who did not make any claims for 10 plus years since buying the policy. Someone else pulled a hit and run, so they filed a $3,000 claim and were willing to pay their $1,000 deductible. The company denied it and then dropped them as a customer. Not just Progressive, all the big national ones will over for profit. Insurance producer here. That 7 years of payments went to pay the claims of other people who may have signed up for a policy and then had an accident the next day. In that scenario, the person would have paid only 1 month's premium and potentially totaled their vehicle or worse, caused a tragic accident that maxed out their liability limits. Sure, you may have paid tens of thousands of dollars by now and never had to use it, but in other cases, folks may pay only $100 to turn around and need $300,000 of bodily injury coverage. Insurance companies have always been transparent about being for profit. Their one goal is to take more money from you than they will ever have to pay you, in exchange for peace of mind. This year there have been less cars on the road, less accidents etc. I personally have gone from driving 20,000 miles to about 2,000. My annual insurance is around £1,000, $1,300 for us readers. That's for 2 cars in my name. My insurance company sent a letter that they have saved millions during the pandemic because of reasons above and that they wanted to share this with me. Awesome. The next letter was a check for £25. I mean, thanks. But the effort to send out all these letters and checks probably cost more than all the money they sent out. On a side note, I pay £700 for one car, and it's still 3x the value of the car LOL. At least it will reduce thanks to no claims. The other strange thing I saw was, when I looked up quotes this year after my previous year was set to expire, they were all more than I had ever paid for car insurance, the cheapest being like £1,200. Admiral gave me NCB and it came to $700, so not sure why they want to charge double for switchers. Maybe my searches were all f***ed, but it did seem to be all the insurers, so maybe something has happened since last year. Most US insurance companies lowered premiums by like 15% this year due to less driving. There are many factors revolving around why you pay insurance premiums and why the insurance company gets to keep them. One of the more obvious ones is that your premiums help cover other insured drivers' accidents. Spin that around, you may only pay, example, $2,500 in premiums in 1 year and have a claim that has to pay out $10,000. Since all of the insurance premiums have been collected into a large pool, the company can pay to cover your loss. It is a service and the company will make a profit, yes, but considering an automobile is typically the second most expensive purchase most adults make in their lifetime, it's a reasonable expectation for that adult to prove they are financially capable of covering such a valuable loss. Kudos to you for not having to file a claim because people like you help keep insurance rates down. What you have to understand is that insurance is something you don't think you need until you have to use it one day. I really hope that day never comes, and if you have any questions about insurance, I can do my best to answer them. Sincerely, Random Licensed Insurance Claims Adjuster Dude. Random PNC Licensed Producer Dude agrees and has your back.
If you enjoyed this week's effective way to waste time, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you are enjoying the series, leave me a comment below. A special shout out to the content creators. You frickin' rock.